welcome back in. We're going to do a double whammy video for you guys today, so we get 2 videos. Welcome in. I'm Doomsday Queen. I just finished feeding my chickens, and even though we have been insanely busy recently, it doesn't mean that there isn't something always going on here and at the property. So I am here to talk about things that we are updating at our own house and out at the property. So for today, I have garlic that I have to plant because I do it every single year, but I'm slacking and I'm behind on the season. So if you have not planted your garlic, now is the time. So I have all my garlics right here that I'm going to be planting. I'm just going to break off each individual clove and then plant them into the garden. So I'm going to do about half here, and then I'm going to be going out to the property this weekend to plant some of them in. And if you guys are hearing these raptor-like calls in the background, those are my chickens. They like to talk to me while I'm out here. Now, next, I am going to be adding something to this property and our property, our 80 acres. So what I have here, does anybody know what this is? Of course you guys know what this is. Okay, so this is a Jerusalem artichoke, also known as a sunchoke. And no, they're not really from Jerusalem. All right, so what they are is a tubular. They're kind of look like a potato, but this tuber goes into the ground and produces these long plants and these yellow flowers, and then they continue to grow, and you'll end up with a surplus of them growing. Now, a lot of people say that they kind of taste like potatoes. I think it's more of a water chestnut, but they're extremely mild. So you can dress them up kind of like a potato. And I'm going to be adding them out at the property. I have a whole bunch of them, a bunch. And they'll come back year after year, and they'll continue to grow, and you'll get new tubers, and you'll be able to continuously have a food forest, which is extremely important in the prepping scheme. Is you want to have plants that are going to come back year after year. So for me, I have my apple trees, I have, some peach trees, apricot, a ton of strawberries. But this is a new upgrade to this property, is making sure that I have these that come up so that I have kind of a never-ending food source that will come up year after year. And then I can harvest what I want to harvest and then plant new ones and take those tubers out and relocate them to a different area. So half of this box will be planted here, just a small portion over right outside of our back door, while the rest of these will be going out to the property this weekend. Now, from what I understand is these are extremely hardy. I have never grown these yet, and I'm excited to see how they do out at the property, because we did have potato plants and they kind of got ravaged by the jackrabbits and the cottontails out there, along with the antelope. So I'm going to be taking some chicken wire out and just kind of creating a structure around them, so they'll be safe all winter long, but during the spring when they start to sprout, that they're protected. And I want to see how much more of a food forest we can start out there. I also will be planting half my garlic out there also, because I would like to harvest garlic. Garlic's pretty easy to grow in general, and along with our onions, we do a lot of onions. But these are just things that I'm doing to improve where we live, because when it comes to prepping and the self-sufficiency, having a food forest is so important, and it is something that we are working on very quickly out. We have a load coming in at the beginning of December, which will be some topsoil to help us amend the soil, and some manure being brought out so that those can work together while there's snow on top of it. So it will just help it kind of all blend together, so that hopefully we will get our first harvest this summer out there. So I'm excited to share that with you guys, and I just wanted to, tell you guys how important it is to have a food forest and to be really looking at plants that survive well. These are from North America, and they are extremely hardy, and they have been used for centuries. And so having sunchokes are amazing. Now, there is some that say sunchokes have grown over in the UK. It's just a different variety, but I would love to get my hands on both, because they're extremely hardy. These little tubers, they just continue to grow. And in a time which we all know that currently in society, we're not going to be able to keep up with the people, the food production, any of that. That's one of the reasons why I lean really hard on having a garden, canning, growing my own food, those kind of things, is we are going to probably see famine hit. And it's not of if it hits, it's when it's going to hit. So it's very important. So you can find these online and you can plant them now and they'll come up in the spring. And I highly encourage you guys to go find some, because here in Utah, I always see on marketplaces people posting about, you know, they have their Sunchokes and would you like some? And I was like, you know what? If they grow so well in such a vast area all over Utah, I might as well just start dabbling in on it, because originally we weren't sure if we wanted to invest more into this land or into the other. And so I was like, you know what? Let's do it equal. So if I do an order and I split half of it for here and half of it for there, then I'm creating a food source that's going to come back year after year. And I'm not going to have to worry about, you know, say if we ever had to bug out, we could literally retreat back to our property and know that we already have a food forest established out there. So that is something that I am so excited to be doing with you guys. But I am about to lose daylight, so I need to get to planting these as fast as I can so that I have time to get everything done. So as always, stay aware, stay prepared, and always have your head on a swivel. I'm hoping to get you guys 2 videos tomorrow, because you guys have been so patient with me. Well, it's just been chaotic and busy. So I hope to see you next one, and let me know how many of you guys have a food forest in your own yard.